Hello YouTube, Pokemon Designer here for Game Designer. I know you're just going to hear audio, and I know you guys are going to hate this, but I'm going to be playing as I do this just because I want to I want to continue to get a feel for the map before I start releasing any like real info, but I just wanted to get my first impressions off of the map for the first. I played it twice already. Quick little games, just kind of exploring, trying to get used to some of the stuff and some of the features. And this time I'm actually going to try a little bit harder, but I'm also installing the capture card drivers and whatnot to my new PC that I built up, so it is still a work in progress. So I'm not 100% ready to start recording videos again, but they should be up later tonight if I do record any, or sometime later in the week. Just depends on how fast I can get some of the stuff done, like the video editing after I record it, when I have time to record it, that kind of stuff. But right off the bat, I just want to say Die Rise is a must buy. Treyarch absolutely redeemed themselves on this one so far, as I can see, because I can't see anything wrong with the map right now. I mean, honestly, there's no reason to hate it. It has an amazing cutscene, which I will upload that as a separate video when I first release it. I will also release gameplay footage with me maybe me commentating, probably not. It just depends on if I have a way to record my voice or not at the time. I'm also going to go into some ideas and theories. I'll go into a lot of things, especially an achievement guide. But right off the bat, important features are there are two paths you can take right off the bat. You can't see it, but there's an elevator that you can go down, and it'll fall down, and it'll take you straight down to the basically straight down to the power room. And then there's another way you can take, which will take you to the box faster. So depending on what you want, you're going to choose one way or the other. So the elevator will take you to the power room faster. Oh god, I died easy. But so if you want to go to the power, you're obviously going to go down the elevator and go that way. If you want to go for the box right away, you're going to go down through the opening. Sorry, something caught my attention on the game. And that's right off the bat a great idea. The whole fact of choosing, hey, are we going to go straight for power, or are we going to go straight for the box? It's really hard toss up, because yeah, you need power for the perks if you're playing multiplayer, or if you're playing solo, you're going to need it for everything but quick revive. Or do I want to go for the box and try to get some good guns, so that way we can get to the power and actually get to the perks and start building the Sliquifier and the nav table, and I think there's a couple other buildables. I'm not sure on that one. But onto the Sliquifier. Sliquifier is amazing. It is the new wonder weapon that after you build it, it puts it into the mystery box. I don't know if it's permanent or not. I have yet to build it. I had found 2 parts, but I died before I could get the second part in. There are 4 parts to it. I can't really explain them too well, just because of the fact that it's hard to explain what they look like. The one kind of looks like a boot, another one kind of looks like a fire extinguisher, or a CO2 tank. The one's a handle, like a bike handle, kind of like how with the jet gun, that piece of trash weaponry. And the other one's kind of reminds me of the wonder weapon from Moon. I forget what that was called. I haven't played that in so long. But another important thing to note with the update, or with the new map, is the new zombies that are in it. There are a type of standard zombies that I would probably call uncommon, more so than common, because you'll see more. The common zombies would be regular outfit zombies, whereas the uncommon have these military type uniforms that have armor, so even on round 1 they're going to take at least 2 hits. if not 3, depending on where you hit them at. So that's definitely something to pay attention for when you're in tight corners. Make sure you have you pay attention to what kind of zombie they are, so you know aim for the head or not. Also, when it comes down to training is pretty hard on some parts of this map. Other parts it's really easy. It just depends on where you're at and if you know what you're doing. Like, I've been training since back in Black Ops 1, because back in World at War, training wasn't really something that I did too often, just because of the fact that training, hey, that's pretty noobish. However, in some circumstances it does help, I'm not gonna lie. So it is important aspect. It is an important aspect of zombies nowadays. So they did bring back some training areas. I don't know if it was on purpose or what happened with it. And the map honestly feels kind of like it did. Like when I first started playing it, I was so excited, and I just feel like this might be a better map than Der Riese. Like, I just feel better about the map than I did with Transit. Like, Transit was terrible. I could not stand Transit. So this is definitely a redemption in many aspects for Treyarch. Like, fog, that terrible fog that was in Transit is gone in this. So I mean, we're still gonna see a little bit of fog. Well, I guess it shouldn't be fog. I guess I should say dust from the collapsing building. And again, I'm very sorry I don't have gameplay footage of this yet. It's just the fact that I'm having a hard time getting everything installed and my computer set up properly to record the video. So it will be up today, tomorrow, or Thursday. Most likely Thursday, because I work tomorrow, so it will be kind of hard to do that then. But I will try to get some editing done if I didn't finish the editing tonight. It all depends on my schedule, but the map definitely, I love the map. Vertical is definitely a very cool aspect of zombies that I had thought about doing for a custom map for Black Ops 1. However, couldn't find a good way to do it. And Treyarch definitely found that way to do it with the elevators and the whole climbing down shaft, holes in the walls and stuff like that. It is absolutely amazing what they did. Sometimes Treyarch can be terrible, but other times they can have that occasional brilliancy. Ah! Dang it. I gotta stop dying so early on. I gotta get used to this map. I didn't die this time, I just went down, but the map is pretty easy to figure out. Like, you can get an SVU on an SVU pretty early on from the wall. It was only a couple hundred points. It is 1,000 points. So it's basically, if you were to buy whatever it's called, the MP40. Like, if you were to buy an MP40, especially considering the fact that it's powerful as all heck, and I can sit here and just do a pop, 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 just really fast, simple, easy, and it's a pretty good gun. The only problem with it is the scope, so at certain rounds and certain times it is kind of a pain for close range. If you're a bit close and you don't want to take a chance on that, but that's really more of a thing for you to figure out. But then there's the box is absolutely amazing. They put it on the ceiling because of the area that has the box in it is flipped upside down. I got a war machine and traded my SVU. What was I thinking? And the box is pretty standard in this game. Like, it's pretty. You get some decent guns here. You get some decent guns there. Power-ups like Red Insta-Kill, which I did not do a video on, but I will do a video on once I get my capture card and whatnot working. Transfer over, so any special perks like that still exist. So if you're worried about that, don't worry about that. Um, I think I've covered pretty much everything, honestly, so far. I mean, obviously, there's going to be more stuff in the future. Like, I'm going to talk about what the Perca-Cola bottles like back in Ascension. Those are back in the game for the boss zombie rounds or waves or whatever you want to call it. The Nova zombies are back, but as Rad Austin calls them, there's you can say he calls them supernovas on steroids or super like he just has all sorts of names. But I definitely agree. They're basically just the Nova 6 zombies on steroids because of the fact that they're just ridiculous. But they're definitely fun to go against. But I will be covering stuff like that. I'll be covering achievements in the future on this channel for both Transit. I'm gonna eventually go back and do all the zombies. Just it's gonna take me time to go back and relearn how to do all of them again. Well, I'm probably gonna die. If you have a decent gun, you can actually train near the box, but it's a bit of a tight squeeze at some points. Just because of the fact that it's such a small area to train. I also do training. Dang it! I'll also do training guides once I figure out the best way to train them. When the Easter egg comes out, I'll try to do trains at Easter egg. I know I had said that I was gonna do it before, but I just hadn't gotten around to it because of the fact that I haven't gotten everybody around long enough to do it. And this video is way long. Sorry for just rambling on this whole video. I'll do everything later. But sorry you got to stare at a black screen and listen to me talk. Unlike I usually do. Actually, it's very unlikely that I'll ever do this again unless I absolutely have to. I mean, I can't really hold up my iPhone while I play some zombies with. I'd need 3 hands for that. But thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my channel, Pokemon Designer. If there's any channels in a side description, like in the future I'll have other people playing the game with me. Like hopefully tonight I'll record my friend and I doing some zombies together for eventually he'll have a channel. You can subscribe to him there. So I guess that's it. I'll see you very shortly.